Good morning, all of you. Welcome back to the class. I hope you all are safe and healthy too. So, in this chapter, that is trigonometry, session 1, we are going to understand the concept of angle, that is, measure of angle, and the conversion between the two various kinds of measure of angles, right? So before getting to the main concept, this is a concept you required. You must have a basic fundamental knowledge about the angle of what we call measure of angle, right? So what is first of all the angle? The question comes to us in our mind, that is what is angle, right? So first of all, if you just try to define the angle, you would must say it is simply the amount of rotation. In short, the amount of rotation. In simple word, let us say the rotation is like, it is a ray OA. It start moving about the fixed point O, right, in anti-clockwise direction, and it reaches a position. The knee position of this ray is OB in anti-clockwise direction. The amount of rotation of the ray from its initial position to get the final position is called the angle, and basically the angle is denoted by theta. Okay, so amount of rotation of a ray from its fixed position, that is fixed point about the fixed vertex, from initial to a final ray, right? And this amount of rotation is known as angle and denoted by the Greek letter theta, and you may also represent this angle with any of the English alphabet. But while dealing with the angle, the amount of rotation, apart from the amount of rotation, the direction is also makes sense. That is why here the anti-clockwise direction is considered as positive direction. It's called positive angle, right? If the ray OA, the same ray OA, is rotating in clockwise direction, that is in clockwise direction, and it gets the position OB after moving some angle, right? This angle is known as negative angle, right? So positive and negative representing the direction of the rotation of the angle, right? But the magnitude wise they may same, right? So magnitude representing the amount of rotation, sign is representing the direction of rotation. So there are two different meanings. So it's called positive angle and it's called negative angle depending on the anti-clockwise direction and clockwise direction. Now coming to the point, how many ways the amount of rotation can be measured, and usually since so long, even I could say since 8 to 9 years, you are using the angles in degree measure. That is 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree, even 360 degree. You are all are aware about the measure of angle in degree terms, right? So basically here you know the angle can be measured in degrees. Apart from this, another measure is also developed accordingly. One is the degree, second is the radian, third is the grade system. But grade measure is not in our syllabus. That is why we are dealing with only two types of angles. One is the degree measure, second is the radian measure. Radian measure. So today, just we try to understand what is the basically the radian measure and how the degree measure and radian measure are related, and with this relation we will be able to convert the angle from degree measure to radian and radian measure to degree measure, correct? So let's have a discussion over the these measure of angles. Yeah. So first of all, we'll try to describe the degree measure which you already know. Here, the 1 degree angle, let us say this is the 1 degree angle rotated by a ray OA, get the position this. So let us say this is 1 degree angle, and this 1 degree angle is divided into 60 equal parts. 1 degree angle is divided into 60 equal parts, and each part is known as minute. Hence, the 1 degree angle is equal to 60 minute, and the minute is denoted by writing dash over the value. 60 minute representing by writing a single dash. Just like in a clock system, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. In that way, 1 degree angle of that is amount of rotation is divided into a smallest 60 equal parts, and each part is known as a minute. Hence 1 degree constitute 60 minutes. Similarly, further, 1 minute angle is further divided into again 60 equal parts. Then that each part is known as seconds, as that is equal to what? 60 seconds. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So here the two things you have learned today, something which is new about the degree measure of angle, that is 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. This is what to measure the angle in more accuracy terms. That's it. It is just to what? To measure the angle. When we wanted to measure the angle in more accurate and very smallest measure of angle, in that case you need to convert the degree into minute, minute into seconds. This is the relation between the degree, minute and seconds. So this is all about the degree measure. Now coming to the point, what is radian measure? Is most important definition you need to learn. The radian measure, also known as circular measure. Why it is called a circular measure, you will understand through the concept. Now, I am just drawing a circle of radius r units. Of radius r units, O, A, B are the points on the circumference. Since it's radius, it will be same, right? And this AB is called the length of arc. The AB is called the length of arc, right? You know that very well. And the length of arc is denoted by small l, right? If the length of arc is equal to the radius of the circle, length of arc is equal to the radius of the circle, then angle subtended by this arc at the center of this circle is known as theta radians, right? Are also known as here the 1 radian, right? So I first of all I just try to define the meaning of radian. Radian is simply the angle subtended by the arc of the circle at the center of the circle. I repeat, radian is the measure of angle which is formed by the arc of the circle at the center of the circle. Now, I am defining what is meant by 1 radian. So, 1 radian is the amount of angle formed by the arc of the circle whose length is equal to radius of the circle. So when the length is equal to radius of the circle, simply the amount of angle formed here is 1 radian. So in this sense, right, we are having, let us say some, it is not equal to r. It's a simple, a general circle r. Yeah, radius is r unit, length of arc is l, length of arc is L, and the amount of rotation is theta. So we are having three variables, L, R and theta. and the amount of rotation, that is radian measure, is calculated simply by using the formula L by R, length of arc by radius of the arc. So this is again the definition, that is formula is derived from the deduction only. Okay. So what is the radian measure is basically defined as a ratio of length of arc to the radius of the arc, and this radian measure is basically defined in the circle only. That's why this radian measure sometimes it also termed as circular measure of angle, and this radian measure symbolically represented by writing c over the angle theta radians. So when we talk about the radian measure, we usually writing c in the power of the angle. Let us say I wanted to write 20 radians, angle subtended by the arc at the center of the circle. So when I'm writing 20 radian means I'm talking about the circular measure. That is, in a circle only this type of angles are defined, and this angle may define anywhere. It is a universal one. Correct? So this is the radian measure or circular measure, and the amount of rotation that is at the center of this circle is formed by the arc is known as the radian measure, and the radian measure is calculated simply by the formula L by R, that is length of arc to the radius of the arc, symbolically represented by writing the c in the power. But for sake of convenience in this chapter, whenever it is not mentioned nothing over the angle, it means that it by default it's radian measure only. Let us say I am writing the angle amount of rotation is 20. What does it mean? 20. I am not writing anything on the power means it's basically a radian measure. But to say it is a degree measure, that must be represented by writing a small circle in the power. Okay, so by to represent degree measure, that degree, that is small circle, must be written, then only it will consider as a degree measure, otherwise it will consider as a radian measure. Now you know what is a degree measure, what is a radian measure, how the radian measure can be calculated, right? That is by using the formula, and how it can be represented symbolically, and what the definition of one radian. Now we are going to establish a relationship between the degree measure and the radian measure. Just try to understand. If length of r in one complete rotation, the length of r in one complete rotation is equal to what? 2 pi r. That is the circumference of this circle. That you know very well, right? So in one complete rotation, the length of arc is 2 pi r. Now I wanted to know if uh, the angle subtended by the arc at the center of the circle in one complete rotation, right? So again I need to use this formula to get the radian measure. So amount of rotation, that is theta radians, right, formed by the length of arc, which is equal to circumference whose radius is r units. So r get cancelled, then theta radians is equal to what? 2 pi. So in one complete rotation, angle subtended by the arc at the center of the circle is given by 2 pi radians. So एक complete rotation में 2 pi है, तो half rotation में कितना होगा? Pi radians. So if you talk about the complete rotation, the amount of angle formed in the complete rotation in degree measure, which is equal to what? 360 degree, and the same thing, the amount of rotation formed in the circular measure is given by 2 pi radians, but the amount of rotation is same. Hence we can say that this 360 degree angle is nothing but 2 pi radians. So this is a beautiful relation we got through the discussion. It's simply amount of rotation in one complete circle or one complete revolution, we call it as 360 degree in general term. The same thing is also obtained in terms of radius by using the formula, right? In one complete rotation, the length of arc is equal to circumference of the circle. By substituting 2 pi r, we are able to get the angle subtended by the arc at the center is equal to 2 pi radians. Hence, 360 degree and 2 pi radians, the meaning wise both are, amount wise both are same. Hence, I could say 360 degree means 2 pi radians. Getting? So now this is the relation which we are going to use for conversion from degree to radian, radian to degree measure. Let's have the discussion about that. Yeah. Now I am taking here condition what we have derived finally. 360 degree angle is nothing but 2 pi radian. So I am not writing c over the pi. It means that it's radian measure only by default. So why if I divide with 2 on both the side, it implies that 180 degree angle means pi radians. So it's simply, if I want to say 90 degree angle or some degree angles I am writing like 30 degree, 60 degree, which you are using in previous classes, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree and 360 degree. Correct. So these are the amount of rotations we were using. Even you may also say like the standard angles like 45 degree and 30 degree. So now we are just trying to express these fundamental angles which we were using in radian terms by using this relation. Pi radian is nothing but 180 degree, right? If pi is equal to 180 degree, so this 30 can be written as pi by 6. Sir, ये कैसे मिला? Simply, if I want to get 30 degree means I have to divide this relation with 6 only. अगर मैं 6 से divide करूँगा तो 6 30 30 and pi by 6. So 30 degree means pi by 6. Similarly, 45 degree means just it is pi by 4. It means if I divide 180 by 4, I will get 45 degree. Similarly, 60 degree means pi by 3. 180 को 3 से divide करिए, you will get 60 degree. 180. 90 degree means pi by 2. 180 degree means pi radians. 270 degree means you have to now multiply, no? So to get 270 degree, what you would say, right? Pi by 2 plus pi, that is 3 pi by 2, and it is what? 2 pi. Okay, just see. Yes, we need to remember this tabular form of angles because we are going to use these angles in a calculation purpose. And even further, in this entire trigonometry chapter, we are generally using the angle in terms of radians instead of degrees. That's why you need to practice the angles in radian language. You know already the degree language, just you need to learn the second language of measure of angle, that is radian angle. If I say 90 degree, you could say sir it's pi by 2 radians. If I say 360 degree angle, means it is 2 pi radians. If it is 270 degree angle, 3 pi by 2 radians. So in this manner, you need to speak both the languages of the angles, degree as well as the radian measure. Now, by using this relation, that is 180 degree means pi radian or pi means 180 degree radian, sorry, degrees. So I'm going to now derive some formulas for you. Though it is not required, if you understood by using the unitary method, right, you may convert degree to radian, radian to degree, but still for sake of convenience, I am just writing the formulas over here. Right, 180 degree is equal to pi radian. It means 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians. What I'm speaking here, 180 degree means pi radians, then 1 degree is equal to what? Pi by 180 radians, which also written as, if 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radian, then x degree is equal to pi by 180 into x radians, right? So simply here I could say the degree measure is equal to pi by 180 into the radian measure, right? So this is a formula you can use to convert the given radian measure into degree. Similarly, the radian measure, simply to get radian measure, I have to reciprocal this factor. Hence, I got the formula to convert into a radian measure. So radian measure is nothing but 180 by pi into degree measure, and to get degree measure, given radian measure has to be multiplied by pi by 180. It is just a formula to convert the radian to degree and degree to radian. These are the two formulas you can use to convert. If you not remember the formulas, if you have any confusion in the formula, just remember this statement. It is sufficient to convert the degree to radian, radian to degree. Okay. Now, the question comes, sir, 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radian. If I simplify this, how much it will give? So to convert into pure degree form, you need to write the value of pi as 22 upon 7 or 3.14, which is approximate value of pi. Okay. So if you write the value of pi as 3.14 here and simplify further, you will get approximately 57 degree, some 60 minutes or some 37, yeah, 57 degree and 16 minutes approximately. So this is what the actual relation, sorry, huh? It's not, it's 1 radian, no? Just a minute. Just leave it. We will discuss first and then we'll come to the point. Huh? So this is what the relation between the degree measure and the radian measure, and these are the two formulas where we can use to convert the degree to radian, radian to degree measure. Now I am taking few questions where we will see how to convert degree to radian and radian to degree measure. This is the first learning point of this chapter, and then we will use the formula of the theta radian is nothing but L by R. There are three parameters. Out of three parameters, two will be given to you. Third parameter you will be finding. Okay, so these are the three major questions are framing in the first exercise, that is 3.1. Let's have a discussion over the questions. See, I'm just writing that the degree measure is nothing but simply I'm writing 180 by pi radian measure, the first formula, and second formula to convert into radians we are writing 180 by pi into degree, and the third formula is theta radian is nothing but L by R. Right? Circular measure, three formulas. Apart from that, what we have learnt? 1 degree is nothing but 60 minutes, and and 1 minute is nothing but 60 seconds. This you need to remember the minimum thing to start the chapter. These are the 5 points. Now, what is the first question in the exercise we have? The first question, right? So the first question is about convert the following into the radian. Convert into radians, right? Radian measure में convert करना है. And the angle is given. I am taking the first question from the test book, that is 25 degree. What the angle is given to us? 25 degree. You need to convert into radians. So radian means in terms of pi. Radian means in terms of pi. So no need to get disturbed the pi value while writing the radian terms. Now we want the radian answer. So we want to convert them into radian. So radian formula is pi by 180 into, that is 180 degree, into degree form. Now the degree value is given as 25. Just substitute degree over here. So radian measure is equal to pi by 180 degree into 25 degree. Simple. Now if cancellation is possible, do it, and don't disturb the value of pi, because we want the answer in terms of radian, means in terms of pi, in short. So 5 5s are 536, right? So radian measure is equal to 5 pi by 36 over. So therefore, what I could say, 25 degree means 5 pi by 36 radians. This is my final answer. Over. Now the second question is given, like yeah, it's so important to understand the second question. Minus 47 degree, 30 minutes. Yeah. Now look at this question, you will understand so many things. This negative sign representing the direction of the angle. So nothing to do with this sign. Just you need to carry this negative sign as it is in the calculation. Nothing we are going to do with this sign. Sign is representing the direction of the angle, that is the negative direction, also known as clockwise rotation, right? So clockwise rotation is called negative rotation of the angle. Anti-clockwise rotation is called positive rotation of the angle. So we are not going to consider this negative. First we'll focus on the magnitude of the angle, that is amount of rotation. So to first convert them into radians, this complete figure must be expressed in pure degree form, just like here. We are having pure degree, but here degree के साथ साथ minutes भी है. So first we need to convert these minutes into degree. We'll make a single figure. Then we'll go with the formula to convert into radians. So how to convert this minutes into degree, right? You know that 1 degree means 60 minutes. So 30 minutes means what? Half degree. Other way to do is just keep this minus sign outside. Simply 47 degree plus 30 minutes we are having. I'm just elaborating this, the figure. And then I'm doing what? 47 degree plus 30 minutes means if you want to convert them into degree divided by 60. So minutes are converted into what? Degree. So to convert minute to degree divided by 60, as you know, 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Now 47 degree plus, after dividing you will get half degree. Now just by the mixed fraction form it is. So use that one. 47 twos are 94 plus 1, 95 by 2 degree. So finally you got the figure in terms of degree. So after converting the entire degree, whatever the figure, into a pure degree form, then you can go for conversion of the angle. So radian measure is nothing but pi by 180 into the degree measure. This is the relation. Hence, the radian measure is equal to pi by 180 into, what is the degree measure we got? Right? Minus 95 by 2 degree. Right? So now I'm going to write degree over here because we are converting. So R is equal to, keep this minus side out and then try to cancel maximum capacity, right? So here if I do with this 18, what we call 5, right? So 5 ones are and 5 nines are 45 and 5 36 are. So finally what I'm going to get as 19 pi by 36 twos are 72, right? So this is my final answer. This is, I got the radian measure. So therefore final answer is minus 47 degree 30 minutes is nothing but minus 19 pi by 72. So this is the way to convert the degree measure to the radian measure. So before using this formula, we required the angle in pure degree form. For that, if the question is not there in the form, we need to convert minute into degree and then use a mixed fraction concept and then convert into pure degree, then use a formula to get the radian measure. So while writing the radian measure, don't disturb the value of the pi. Don't put the value of pi as 22 upon 7 or 3.14 because we require the answer in terms of pi only. So this is what I have explained here, right? So in this manner, you can complete the first question from the textbook. Now I'm moving to the second question where the radian measure will be given to you and you are converting them into degree measure. Fine? Yeah. So I'm taking the second question where convert into degree measure. So simple concept. I'm taking the first one, question number 1. They have given 11 by 16 radian. Nothing has written means radian measure. Now you know this is a radian measure. Now I want to convert them into degree measure. So to convert degree measure, what we have the formula? Degree measure is equal to 180 by pi into 11 by 16. In this way you will start first. And then because we are having the, I'm writing the formula first. This is the formula to convert them into a degree measure. So degree measure is equal to, yeah. To convert into degree measure, You have to substitute the value of pi as 22 upon 7 or 3.14 as an approximate value. You need to substitute the value of pi while converting into degree measure. So it will become what? 22 upon 7 means 7 will go in numerator into what is the radian measure given to us? 11 upon 16. And just you need to simplify further over. So degree is equal 11 ones are 11 twos are 2 ones are 2 9 threes are and 45 and 8 or something is possible? No. So 45 7 5 is 35 3 7 4 is 28 plus 3 31 315 by 8. So this is what we call a degree measure. But if it is an improper fraction, remember, if it is an improper fraction, you need to simplify further to express the degree in more accurate language. So since it is improper fraction. So it is an improper fraction. You need to simplify further. First express them into a mixed fraction. 8 से डिवाइड करके हम लोग मिक्स फ्रैक्शन में कन्वर्ट करेंगे. So 8 3s are 24 and we are left with 7 75. 8 9s are 72 and they are left with 3 as a remainder divided by 8. So this is what I have expressed first, the improper fraction into a mixed fraction, and then we'll go like 39 degree plus what we have 3 by 8 degree we have, right? So now this convert this fraction into minutes. Simply multiply by 60, you will get it as minutes. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Then 3 by 8 degree means 3 by 8 into 60. So just we are multiplying here. We'll get what? 4 twos are 4 15s are. So what we call it as 39 degree plus nothing is possible. 15 threes are 45 by 2 minutes. But still again you will see after here again you are getting an improper fraction. It means you need to simplify further. So that's why I need to simplify more. So degree measure is equal to 39 degree plus. Again you need to express this into a mixed fraction. Dividing by 2 you will be able to write this mixed fraction improper fraction into a mixed fraction. That is what 2 twos are 22 and half. Yeah, 22 plus half minute. So which will be equal to 39 degree plus 22 minutes plus half minute. We got it as half minute. And then convert them into half minute. It means by multiplying this fraction into 60, it will convert into seconds. And then if you cancel it, you're finally getting 39 degree, 22 minutes, 30 seconds. This is your simplified answer. So you cannot leave the answer simply here, right? If it is improper fraction. If it is an improper fraction you are getting as an answer, you need to convert, you need to simplify them further simply by expressing improper fraction to mixed fraction and the integer part will be taken out. Only the fraction part need to be multiplied by 60 to get into the minutes, and still if you got minutes also a improper fraction and then take that again into mixed fraction, take that integer part out, again multiply the fractional part with 60 to get into the seconds and then finish it off. Sir, what else if still we are left with a fraction here? then you can leave the rest of the part. You can leave the rest of the part. Simply take that integer part after division as an answer. Then in that case, you need to write the approximate word in the bracket while writing the answer, because that was not the accurate one. So this is all about the conversion of radian measure into a degree measure, and it is sufficient to say that the second question now you can complete at your end from the NCERT textbook. Now we will move into the part where the third formula, which is the radian measure is equal to L by R. Out of these three parameters, two parameters will be given to you. The third parameter you need to calculate, and how the questions are framing we need to understand through one or two questions. Okay, so I am taking the questions to understand the use of this formula. Okay. Yeah. So I'm taking the example number 3 from the NCERT textbook. I'm just solving the three examples for your reference. The example number 3, I'm writing the question. Find the radius of this circle. Find the radius of the circle in which a central angle of 60 degree intercepts an arc of length 37.4 centimeter, where the value of pi is given as 22 upon 7. Right. Now, what they are asking, find the radius of the circle in which the central angle is 60 degree, right, intercepts by the arc of length 37.4. I am writing this question in terms of symbols, right? So radius we need to find the question mark. Angle subtended at the center of the circle is equal to what? 60 degree, and the length of arc is equal to 37.4 centimeter. And you know the formula, right? That is what theta radian is equal to L by R. So before use this formula, you need to understand, you need to remember, angle must be in radian terms only. This is the compulsion before use the formula. But the angle is given in degree measure, hence you need to convert this 60 degree into radians. Already we have discussed 60 degree means pi by 60 degree means pi by 3, that is pi means 180 degree. Remember, pi means 180 degree. Okay, so ultimately to get 60 you need to divide by 3, and 60 degree means pi by 3 radians. So this is what we called it as theta here. So in the formula, what we are going to use theta as pi by 3 instead 60 degree, because theta in this formula is the radian measure only. So now I am using the formula. What I required here, theta radian is equal to L by R. So theta I have got in radian terms, that is pi by 3 equal to, what is the length of the arc is given? 37.4, and what is the radius? R is a question mark. Just do the cross multiplication and then we will see what is R will be coming. 37.4 into 3 by pi. But the value of pi is given as 22 upon 7. You need to use that value. It is mandatory if it is given in the question. So R is equal to 37.4 into 3 by 22 upon 7, that 7 will go in numerator. So if possible, then cancel it out. See, 11 twos are, 11 threes are, and 11 fours are, 2 ones are to 1.7. So finally, R is equal to 1.7 into 7 threes are 21. Just by simplifying this value, you will be able to get 35.7 centimeters. So you got the radius of the circle. I hope it is so simple to use a formula. The glitch or only the catch of this entire solution is before use this formula, theta must be in radian terms, right? So if the radian terms, that is in terms of pi, is given, directly use a formula. If not, you need a conversion technique which you have already practiced in question number 1. So by using that conversion, then use that one and use a formula and to get the unknown value. Now we are going to discuss the example number 4, that is the next question. And what is example number 4? Look at these all are important sums. Based on this discussion only, the entire exercise you can complete. Example number 4, I am writing the question here. The minute hand of a watch is 1.5 centimeter long. How far does its tip moves in 40 minutes? Question mark, and use pi as 3.14. Just have a look again the question. The minute hand of a watch 1.5 centimeter long, how far does it tip moves in 40 minutes? What does it mean? What they are asking? Just imagine this figure. You will definitely get an idea. Right? This is a minute hand whose length is given as 1.5 centimeter. So the tip is moving some in 40 minutes. 40 minute के बाद, let us say that this is the position after rotation of 40 minutes. 40 minute के बाद some amount, that is theta, we don't know how much angle is rotated in 40 minute duration. यहाँ से यहाँ तक कितना मिनट मूव किया उसने? 40 मिनट के अंदर some angle is formed by the minute hand whose length is 1.5 centimeter, right? So this is the information given. How the tip is moving, how much far it moves. It means the length of R is the question mark. So students, if you understood this one, it's so easy to calculate now. To get the length of arc, that is the distance moved by the tip of the minute hand in 40 minutes, we are having the formula. What is the formula speaks for length of arc? From here, if here I am talking about the solution, theta radian is nothing but L by R. It means length of arc is equal to theta into R. Correct? So now to get the length of the arc, I required the radius, I required the angle formed by the length of arc. So radius is nothing but simply the length of minute hand. The length of minute hand is act as a radius of the circle for this. Hence, radius is available as 1.5 centimeter. I know the radius of this is 1.5. My question is how to get this angle. We don't know the degree measure, we don't know the radian measure, but we have one hidden information. How much time it passes? 40 minutes. Just imagine if this minute time rotates 60-minute time, right? If it rotates 60 minutes, how much angle it is formed in terms of radians? In 60 मिनट 60 मिनट में कितना एंगल रोटेट करेगा 2 पाई रेडियंस getting my point in one complete rotation 2 pi radians will be formed so in complete rotation the minute hand is moving 60 minutes so ultimately in 60 minutes how much angle is formed 2 pi radian is angle is formed so therefore in 40 minutes how much angle is formed? That is the question mark. Just use the cross multiplication method to get the angle. So theta is equal to simply 2 pi into 40 by 60 minutes. So theta is equal to 0 0 cancel, 2 2s are 2 3s are. So finally we got the angle formed at the center as 2 pi by 3. Now use this angle and the r value to get the length of arc. So length of arc is equal to 2 pi by 3 into 1.5 as a radius. And also the value of pi is given as 3.14. Then use that value to get the accurate answer 3.14 by 3 into 1.5. Simply after calculation I am simply writing the value directly 6.28 centimeter. So this is the length of minute hand in this watch, in this clock. Fine. So this is the way of solving the question. So to get the length of arc, I require theta as well as radius. But the radius is nothing but simply the length of minute hand, length of second hand, length of hour hand. The whatever the hands, the three hands in a clock, basically the length of the hands is considered as the radius for the particular circle and the angle subtended by them at the center is simply calculated by using this relation. In one complete rotation the minute hand covers 60 minutes which will be forming 2 pi radian at the center. Then in 40 minutes how much radian it will form. By using the cross multiplication method I will be able to calculate angle subtended by the minute hand in 40 minutes. Once I got the angle, I can use this theta and radius to get the remaining one. So this is the application of the relation of theta, L and R, circular measure. Now we are moving to the last question of the today's session, that is example number 5. What is example number 5? First I will write the question and then we will discuss as usual, right? So what is that question we have? If the arcs of same length, if the arcs of same length, lengths in two circles, subtend, subtend the angles 65 degree and 110 degree at the center, at the center, find the ratio of their radii. Radii means it's a plural form of the radius. plural form of the radius. Now, fine. What they are asking, there are two different circles, but the arc of same length in two different circles forming the angles at the center 65-degree and 110-degree angle at the center, then find the ratio of their radii. So first of all, there are two circles. Let us say here the angle subtended by the length of arc L is 65-degree here, and here let us say it is 110-degree of the length here remains same. And here the radius is R1, here the radius is R2. But before getting into the question, we required this angle into a radian terms. That's why we need to convert them into radian first. Then only we will use our formulas to get into the ratio and whatever. So here the central angles are in given in the degree terms. First we need to convert them into a radian terms. So here the theta will be what, pi by 180 into 65-degree. This is theta 1 I am writing because we are having two different cases, theta 1 and theta 2, that is radian measure. So theta 1 is equal to, if I want to do the simplification I can do, otherwise I can simply leave this is theta 1 value. And what is theta 2 value? Simply pi in terms of radians, pi by 180 into 110-degree. Yeah, in simple language, it's pi by 180 into 110 theta. And we know the length here are same, length of arc is same, and we want to find what, R1 by R2, that is the ratio of their radii. Ratio of their radii. So to get R1 by R2, first I will calculate R1, then I will calculate R2, then I will divide both the answers. Fine. So I am first calculating the radius from the first circle, radius of second circle, and then I will divide both the answers. I know the formula, that is universal. Theta radian is nothing but L by R. So theta 1 and R1 I am using, L remains same, that's why I am not naming the length of arc. So hence R1 is equal to L by theta 1. So R1 is equal to L is remains same. What is theta I am having? Pi by 180, pi by 180 into 65. Yeah, in short, I can also speak like 180 into L by pi into 65. This is my first value, that is R1 value. In a similar manner, I am going to calculate R2 from the second information. So R2 radius is equal to L by theta 2. So R2 is equal to L is remains same. Theta means pi by 180, that 180 goes in numerator into 110. I am not simplifying anything over here first. And then I am looking for R1 by R2, that is my target. So hence R1, that is radius ratio, R1 by R2 is equal to what I could say here, 180 into L by pi into 65. This is the first R1 by what is R2 I am having, that is 180 into L by pi into 110. Now if you just do the what we call cancelled out the similar terms, so we are left with R1 by R2 is equal to 1 by 65 upon 1 by 110. Just do the reciprocal of this value, 110 by 65. After cancellation, what you will get, 5 13s are 5 2s are 10, and again 5 2s are 10. So R1 by R2 is equal to 22 upon 13. Therefore, the required ratio of their like R1 is to R2 is equal to 22 is to 13. So this is a general way to find the ratio of any two parameters. So whenever the ratio is asked, first calculate the individual quantities and then go for the ratio. This is a general way, right? So this is all about the first exercise. So now I would say just watch the video twice, thrice until you get the things clear, and then go for practice and finish the first exercise from the trigonometry chapter. Right? It's a beginning. You need a lot of inclination in this chapter. So be with the session, be with the videos, be with us in a continuous lectures. Keep watching, keep learning, and keep growing. Thank you for watching. Right? So we will meet in the session 2 with the new concept. Thank you all of you and take care. Bye bye.